have ranked all the modifiers at Squad Busters from the ones I hate to the ones which I love to play and are my most favorite modifiers. So if you are curious about that ranking, definitely stay tuned and watch this video until the end. And with that said, thank you everybody for being here again, really appreciate it. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to not miss any news about Squad Busters in the future. Similar to the tier list, we have ranked all the modifiers from the D rank to the S rank, but they are not showing you the modes where you can get the most gems. No, this is just my personal preference, and we are starting with the lowest rank, which is D, and these are obviously the modifiers I don't like at all. And we are starting straight away with the Mega Start. And you may think, why this is so low rated? Well, because of the RNG factor. The random factor in between getting a chicken and a Shelly is so huge that it can decide your match even before it really started. And that's why I don't like it at the moment. Maybe it would be fun if they give every player in that room the same Mega unit. At least that would be fair. As next we got a new modifier where the chests only cost 1 coin. And the game starts heavily to lag because everybody has too many units. And actually, yeah, it is like the one rushing around the fastest, getting the most chests will be in a decent position. And those guys who miss some speedsters at the early game almost will have no chance to get ahead of the opponents. So the comeback times in this match are not really given, and that's why I don't like it too much. Coming to the last one in this ranking, it is for sure the baby battle. And you may think, hey, this is a good one. And don't get me wrong, I really love that modifier because it is evened out. Everybody has only babies, so this is fair. But what makes it unfair are the mega units. Since the latest changes, it is more likely to encounter mega units. And if someone got a mega Shelly in this modifier, it's over. You can't withstand with your squad having not any mega unit or having only the chicken, and they should just remove the mega units from this modifier. Coming now to the C ranking, so those modifiers I like a little bit more, and we're starting off with Turbo Overload, so the blue boot mode. And yes, it is quite fun to run around fast, but we have no further income of gems, and you still can run out of the boost modifier. So it is quite an average mode, and since we got the golden boot one, this one is not preferred by me. I definitely prefer the golden boot modifier. So next we got the super gem mine, and all those of you who are watching my stream know, for me it's hard to focus that I have to get early to the gem mine in the middle because I enjoy fighting that much, and then I completely miss out to get the gems and loot them just in the center. And yeah, well, then I'm ending up not in a good position even after killing like 2 or 3 opponents. So I don't like that one too much. The next one are the chest imposters. While in general I like that mode, but the factor that the chests are super easy at the beginning to destroy, and in the late game, when the chests are worse an epic unit, well, they got pretty tanky. And you almost have no chance of a comeback if you lose some units mid-game, because you can't really get access to further chests. Not every chest for sure is blocked by a chest menace, but it is almost impossible to come back, and that is a thing I don't like too much, while saying that the big chest menace in the middle is super funny. Coming us next to the Angry Whites, and this is a very nice modifier, but the random factor, if you have a good early game, is pretty hard. If opponents get a tank or a Hawk Rider and you don't, you almost have no chance to win those matches when the map is getting closer to each other, with the Angry Vine modifier keep on pushing the Vanes to the center, and that's a thing I don't like too much. Now we're already coming to the B ranking, so we are at the mid rank. That means this is for me an average modifier, and we got there straight the Royal Haunt. Amount of ghosts could be a little bit higher, but in general it is funny that they are attacking the closest opponent, so you can't really control them, but you can stay with them, which makes it really fun if someone is running around. But on the other side, if you stay with them, those ghosts are super slow, and if they are deciding to not stay in the center because there is no further player going to the outside, well, you're screwed even if you have a big army of those ghosts. As next we got the Ring Crab, which is a nice modifier, but they should change it, and I thought they changed it with that last patch, that you only would lose 1 ring for each unit which get killed of your team. No, you're losing all of them, and that makes it kinda hard because we got the El Primo doing those random jumps and then you lose all of your gems. Yes, he is tanky, but if he jumps into a full squad, that's pretty hard. The fact that we can get now 100 gems is pretty nice. That makes the outcome of this modifier a little bit higher. Next we got the monster pets here, and that is definitely enjoyable, and I would just enjoy it more if those pets would stay next to you with your squad. Just think on the beach world and you would have those tanks driving around with you like the Rainmaker. That would be so fun, and hopefully maybe as a special weekend bring that in that they stay with you. That would look funny. Next we got a new modifier, it's Golem Meteor, and this one, maybe I just played it not enough till now, is quite fun. It's hard because they only drop gems, so the early game you don't have any advantage of killing them because they are pretty tanky. Okay, when you kill them they're actually dropping some coins, I guess, but I don't know, in the late game it is super fun if you're in the center and they are dropping down randomly, completely knocking an opponent or knocking yourself. It's actually funny, but that's it. Same counts for the gem hotpot. Well, I quite like this modifier. Sometimes I rush over a gem hotpot, which I don't want to carry, and then everybody is rushing you. On the other side, you can hunt those guys having such a hotpot, and they are dropping the gems over and over. That's quite funny, but nothing too crazy. Second last in this here is the fusion start. While this is kinda random as well, if you start with an epic, it's most likely insane. Having a fused mega epic unit from the start is super good. But that's it. You have it at the beginning and then you have nothing else in this match. So it is a complete standard match after the first unit. And if you get an epic unit or really early, or as first for sure the Crack or the Mavis, you have a good head start. But if you get a bad unit, like a big chicken, well, we can choose in between 3 for sure, but could be a little bit better. And the last one for this here is Double Trouble. I love this modifier, but if you get only different units at the beginning, the chest prices will be that expensive that you are screwed. On the other side, if you get early fusions, you have a good start, will have pretty cheap chests, and will grow your squad as fast as not in any other mode. So that is kinda random as well, but in general still an enjoyable modifier for me. Coming now to the A ranking, that is the way we're getting closer to my most favorite modifiers. We're starting straight with Whack-A-Mole, which is definitely one of my favorite ones, especially the big mole in the center. I really like it, and it's a fair mode. They are spawning in a good amount all over the map, and I really like that modifier. Same counts for the tree giants, just a little difference. The trees, I prefer them over the big giant mole, because the mole is so random in the middle, and if you get inside of it and get blocked, you can't move, opponents can kill you. Similar to that are the trees, because they are so huge in the middle. If someone attacks you while you are attacking a tree, it could be already over. The only thing which I don't like is the start of that match in giant trees, that there are no little trees spawning next to your starting chest to have a good start, because it takes some time to go to the center and then contest for those big giant trees. As next we got the new modifier, and I love the giant ice birds. They're quite cool, and with the jumps around in the center, that is kinda funny, and we have seen so many crazy fights. Maybe it's because of the Ice World event, but everybody's going to the middle whenever this modifier drops, and this is quite funny. We died a lot of times there, but that everybody is trying to rush to the center and you have such nice and intense fights make this super enjoyable for me. As next we got the Spell Overload. And I know, okay, you may think this is nothing too crazy, but I love to build those big cannon fields in the center with some furnaces and with the new chassis turret. That is quite funny, because if then an opponent gets chased by another one, runs into your towers and you attack him, he's dead. Just think if there would be further ones in the future, and I can't even wait to get the Archer Queen to build some of the expos there as well. As next we got the Golden Boots, nothing crazy to say about it. We can run around and our boost is almost never running out of charge. That pace, I love it. I prefer this fast pace over the standard pace in the standard match actually. And furthermore we got Gem Overload. With the recent changes that we get more coins in the late game, we're also getting here more gems, which make those rounds super fun, and the outcome of those matches is every time that you get a lot of gems. The last one in this ranking here is for sure Epic Overload. And this is for me one of the best modifiers. Getting in every chest a guaranteed epic is so enjoyable, because epic units are just epic units. I love them, and it is super fun to build some big squads with only epic units. And the fun random factor here is, if you get so many epics and you get the chance to get either a tank, a hawk rider, or even a common unit like the trader, you can get slight advantage, but in the reverse way, because you got the low tier unit or less rare unit and can turn the match into your favor. Coming now to the best modifiers. So these are the ones I love to play every time they occur. We are starting straight with the Pinata Party, and with the latest change with that big Pinata in the center, I love it even more. Same counts for the loot search. I love that you get at the beginning of the match a lot of coins, you can build your squad fast, you get the blue boots in between. At the end game you get some gems, and in between you can get a lot of spells. Spamming those spells is insane. And you can get, if you're super lucky, a lot of keys lying on the ground, which is also super fun. And as next, it is the Loot Goblin Rush, and this is by far my most favorite modifier, if I have to call out one. I love it, and this gives me those Diablo vibes where we got the rainbow world with many goblins dropping you the gems. And it would be cool for me if those goblins can also spawn randomly in all the other modifiers, with a quite low chance for sure. And that would give me some further vibes of Diablo. Coming as next to the gift critters, which I love as well, especially the late game when there are so many gift packages, everything is blowing up, gems, coins, everything there, some bombs of them. That is super enjoyable. And the last one is the doppelganger modifier. And I know some of you don't like it, but for me this is still one of the most fun modifiers, because you can build big squads and you have so many fused units. Either to go for the goblin and trader combination, or just running around with a full squad of archer queens or barbarian kings in the late game is super fun. And if you get max, you're just being the fastest car there on the track. So what are your thoughts on all those modifiers? Please write it down below in the comment section. And if you don't agree with one of the ranked ones, for sure, just write down your opinions, and I would love to see some other crazy modifiers in the future. Just think on a modifier where you would randomly swap your team with the team of an opponent. That would be so fun. Just think on, you are the chased guy and would switch with the guy behind and boom, the roles are changed. That would be a fun but for sure super random modifier. So thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see us again pretty soon.